Alright, Dragon Ball Super Episode 83, Form the Universe 7 team, who are the strongest 10? Now for the Japanese title, this is probably my 10th time trying to say this. Dainana Uchu Daihyo Chimu o Kesei Seiyo, Saikyo no Junin wa Dare da. Ha ha! Wow, that was the first time I was able to do that in one go. But actually, there's not a whole lot to talk about in this episode, or at least there's not a lot that happened. You know, we see Bulma doing her Prego exercises, and Pilaf is, of course, there as always, apparently. Vegeta won't join the team because his kid isn't born yet, and he doesn't want to leave Bulma, and on top of she'll be pissed with him if he does. So Whis just kind of takes it upon himself to magically have Bulma give birth or take Bra basically outside of Bulma's belly, which seems like a pretty efficient way to have a baby, I'd say. And then you have Goku, Gohan kind of trying to decide who else should be on the team, even though it should be obvious, because basically just invite all your friends. But I do appreciate the fact that Supreme Kai said that he was actually going to go out into the universe to see if he can find anybody else. Because who knows, there could be somebody out there who has been kind of laying dormant, keeping a low profile, that is massively powerful. I mean, they could write that in pretty easily. I don't know if I would like that very much, but obviously Supreme Kai's not going to really find anybody because we've already seen who the team is going to be made up of. But I do appreciate the fact that he's actually going to go out and search. And of course, him and Beerus kind of made mortal level comments, kind of further confusing, at least to me, the whole mortal level thing. You can check our video out on the mortal levels if you want. Our thoughts on what they mean by it, because it's still a little unclear. Because Supreme Kai says we don't really analyze the planets in terms of power levels, but then Beerus kind of says, well, if you did, maybe our mortal level wouldn't be so low, or something like that. Which kind of goes back to maybe mortal level is tied to strength and power, which I don't think is that cut and dry necessarily. But you know, this episode's more of kind of a rest period for everybody. You know, we had the previous 4 episodes of fights, intensity, building up for the Tournament of Power. Now we have kind of a winding down episode, which I think is very good and very necessary for the series. Just to kind of take a back seat, have some character moments, and relax a little bit. And speaking of character moments, Yamcha had some pretty humorous moments here, holding Bra and her, of course, crying. Same with Mr. Satan. I thought that was pretty funny. And him overhearing Gohan and Goku talking about the Tournament of Power. And he's like, hey, what's this tournament you're talking about? Basically him saying, well, if there's 10, I'll probably be invited. So I'll just hang out at home until they invite me. It's pretty funny because we know who the team is going to be. And Yamcha's not there. So he's going to be sitting at home waiting for them to recruit them. And they're going to be on their way to the tournament. I just thought that was freaking hilarious. And I also thought it was really funny that when everybody was passing Bra around, and she was like smiling at everybody and being super cute, that whenever like Hercule or Yamcha carried her, she started crying. Every time she started crying, Vegeta was over there, you know, being Vegeta, not wanting to show like his emotions or his soft side. He would like get all pent up and go Super Saiyan Blue, like, because, oh, you're making my daughter cry. And that was funny, and those were some really good moments for Vegeta in this episode for sure. I thought it was kind of sweet how, you know, Trunks and Goten were going through, you know, Trunks being a big brother for the first time. He didn't know whether it's a girl or a boy, so he kind of wanted it to be a boy so he can train with him. You know, of course, being kids, he doesn't seem to realize that even if it's a girl, you know, who knows, she could be a fighter. We don't really know. Of course, in GT, she's not really a fighter, but Super might diverge from that path for her character if we see her more like grown up, or if there's a time skip or something. And then rewinding a little bit, when Goku and Gohan are talking about who they should recruit, they start talking about Krillin, and they don't quite think maybe he's quite ready, because last time we saw Krillin, he was having some trouble. You know, he was quitting the martial arts. So they sit down and have some like a really, really cool image battle. Even though it wasn't really Krillin, it was really cool to see Krillin pulling off some badass moves against a much stronger opponent. And it was also kind of funny to me how they determined from that image training that, no, he's probably not quite ready for this kind of thing. And then Goku says, oh, no, I'm just going to override that decision. He's ready. it's whatever. He'll be fine. Of course, if you guys saw the next episode preview, we see that, yeah, maybe he is ready. He looks like he's been training his ass off. In terms of like the art and animation, a lot of the characters and a lot of the shots looked a bit wonky, like their faces looked all contorted. I always think that's kind of funny. And I enjoy that too, especially in episodes or scenes like this where the looks aren't as important as in the action scenes where you need smoother animation or better looking models for the characters, for sure. But overall, it was an enjoyable episode, I thought. It wasn't really boring, it had some really good character moments, and I really appreciated some attention to details that they had in the episode, like covering why Yamcha's not a part of the team, whether or not there's stronger people in the galaxies, because Supreme Kai is going to take care of that. And it brings me on to another thing. Goku brought up Manaka too. You know, why isn't Manaka? We should contact him and see why he's not a part of the team yet. Which I think the whole Beerus and Manaka thing is still kind of dumb. And I think that they should kind of wrap it up at this point and kind of, you know, put it to rest so that we can actually move on from that. And if Manaka comes in the series at any point from here on, then he's not just going to be like someone Goku always wants to spar with, which was kind of getting old to me in general. But yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are on the episode down below in the comments. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was boring? Because there wasn't a whole lot of action. If you like what I do on the channel, go ahead and subscribe and share the video. It definitely helps a lot. And I will catch you guys later.